What else do we need to put on here? Put that on. Put that on. And put that on. Are you ready? I'm not ready. You're ready, huh? You are totally ready. And you're sitting oh so patiently. I am the one that's not ready. It's actually kind of the cutest thing. She was sitting there all ready, dressed, ready to go. All patient. Doesn't happen every time. My nose is having issues. What are you doing? Oh, you're walking me. Okay. Hurley's just hanging down, like it's connected to me, but it's hanging down. So she was grabbing a hold of it and pulling me. So she was walking me. Because it is not attached to her. I don't get it on yet, but she was such a good girl. She's like, oh, she sat down for me to put the leash on her. Here we go. Start now, yes please. Are you having fun? How about you not? Hey, stop. How about not? Thank you. Okay, you're being a little butthead here. Come on, you gotta stop it. Stop it. You stop. Hey. Okay, come on. We're hopefully, we'll see how she's doing. But we're hopefully just gonna do the same route as yesterday. We'll see. And she's being a little butthead again. And now she's done. Okay, now we can try to go. Oh, nope, just kidding. Oh, okay, we're good again. Oh, I am so just like tight. It's pulling everything all out of whack. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I laid around way too much last night. I did okay during the day, but like probably from like what, 6 o'clock on, I was just laying on the bed. When did we get back from, because we went and did a little walk and then we ran to the store. You want to go that way? Okay, we can go that way. And whenever we got back from that, I pretty much was... Oh, Nahri, hey, what are you doing? hell this morning. Okay, come on. Crossing the street. Crossing the street. Not in the middle of the street. What is your deal? Places she decided she needed to poop. At that moment, we got a third of the way across the street and she decides to go. And then there's traffic coming, so I just had to drag her across the street while she's pooping the whole time. And then she looked at me like, why'd you do that for? And some lady on the other side of the street was laughing because the whole situation, it was actually quite comical, but it was like, gosh dang you, like, of all the places, that's where you decided. Yeah, of all the places, share the sidewalk. Jeez. You don't own the sidewalk. Itchy pants over here. Did I start my watch? Yeah, I did. I really need to do a better job of not leaving at rush hour, right when everybody's going to work. Just need to do a better job. She had, later in the day, and I don't know if it was just, again, coincidence or because we ran, she had like just a couple drops of blood again later on. It was probably 2 or 3 hours after we ran, but then there was nothing else after that. So it was nothing like the 2 days prior where it was like a few drops for a few hours, like every now and then for a few hours. So hopefully, I guess we'll find out after today's run if causation versus correlation, or whatever it is. I've never noticed this house before right here, this little stone house. That's actually kind of cool. It's just a small little stone house. Come on. Oh, geez. You don't have any more than just 2 speeds. Yeah. She's like full stop or full send. No in between. It is also way warmer today than it was yesterday. I didn't think the highs were supposed to be too bad this week, but it could have possibly changed. But it is easily, this lady's not even watching. Okay, she's moving away. Good. It is easily 20 degrees warmer this morning than it was yesterday. Okay, we're gonna cross the other side of the street. All the kids are going to school. And you're super friendly. But you go at them with the crazy eyes. And so they get scared. Because again, she only knows how to full send it. So she's always like, I want to go say hi. And she full sends it. She's knocked over a few kids because she just runs straight towards them and then jumps up to lick their face. Well, she doesn't know how to stop herself. So she just barrels into them. So really it's like a flying drop kick with a tongue at the end of it. Plus, when she does that, then it's like they get scared because they see this dog just mouth open, you know, jumping up at them. Where are you going? Here, we're gonna go down the street. Oh, it's a party. There's some lady with another dog here. It is a party going on today. Doing? I think that lady was getting ready to go for a run, but so she's probably gonna pass us, if I had to guess. Just looked like she was getting some music playing. You smell it good. Okay, let's go. Gosh dang her. We're almost to the top. And she full stops. And some dog probably peed on it. Looks like a raspberry bush there. Come on. Of course. You're gonna go around in circles too. Will you come on? Gosh dang, you're being ridiculous. Full on ridiculousness this morning, you. It's really funny in the mornings on the bed. Oh, we gotta scratch ourselves again. It looks like there's some sort of cold front coming over the mountains. That's why it's weird that it's so warm out today compared to yesterday. Anyways, in the mornings, because she'll like, after her morning potties, soon as we go back upstairs, she like steals my spot, which I'm okay with. I'll just sit on the other side of the bed. And then she insists on me putting her blanket over the top of her. She'll just curl up and do whatever. And then I'll just, you know, this morning I was playing the TCG simulator, which is, I am so freaking into it, like so addicted to it right now. So I played that for like 2 hours. That's why we're so late today. But no matter what I'm doing, once I finally start to stir, then she gets all excited. She's like, oh, we're getting ready to go do something. And she kind of like stretches out and does this whole, like, it makes me think of the old meme of, I'm a snake. I'm a slithery little snake. And she will, that's what she does over the top of you. And it's like, this is not helping because you know I'm trying to get up. And now you're laying over the top of me. There's that lady we saw yesterday. So if we go this time, we see the same usual suspects every morning, I guess. I saw the little kid with the electric uni. And then we saw that last old lady. We saw her yesterday as well. And then this lady, which I would say old. She looks old, older than me, but anymore, it's like, there's a lot of people I see, and like even on like TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and you'll see somebody and they'll be like, you'll look at it and you're like, wow, you're like doing really well for somebody in their 60s. And then you find out that they're like 38 years old. It's like, ooh, you have not aged well. Or maybe they've aged normal and I have aged well. And that's what it is. Yes, there is a culvert there. I don't know what her fascination is with culverts. She just has this weird fascination and wants to stop and peer inside and sniff every single culvert. And she's been that way her whole life. Oh, there's something odd you don't see in this neighborhood. Tim Sheehy Manor, or whatever you call it. I hate freaking election season. It's ridiculous. 90% of all ads and commercials and all that are one political party slandering, or not, I mean, you can't say anything other than it is slandering the other. It's just constant. And it's like, I don't know, I hate it. She is so mad that we're not stopping at all these culverts. She just tried to pull over and be like, I just want to look. I just want to look. Like at this end, she knew there was another end of the culvert coming, so she tried to speed up to get to it before I did. Come on. Gosh dang, the lady with the baby carriage almost passed us. I mean, we're not running very fast because she can't run very fast, but Cause I just turned around and she was right there. But then she was turning around. So I don't know. Because we are supposedly doing a 17-minute mile. I guarantee that's not right. It's probably about an 11-minute, if I had to guess. This tree here has big apples on it. It's not like those little apples. This is a crab apple tree. It has tiny apples. And I just did about a 25-step running fart. For every step you do like a little fart. That's what I just did for about 25 steps. I know you guys are interested in that. Okay, my watch says we're doing a 10:40. I said it was probably about 11. I don't know what it is about certain areas of this town, but it's like you can just be running and it's like 10.5-minute mile pace, or you know, some of my speedier days like 7.5, 8-minute mile pace. And then you go through like a little section and you look at your watch and it's like 19-minute mile pace. It's like that's impossible. Without even adjusting your pace, it'll just change. A couple puppers in the back of there. I saw a thing the other day about what guys really want, you know, like car shoes and stuff like that, and it had one of those. I'm not gonna lie. And then I was like, oh, I feel targeted because I kind of want one of those. They get like awesome gas mileage. There's a guy that I used to work with that's what he drove his daily driver every day. And I go clearing a bunch of dead trees. Well, hopefully dead trees. Knowing this organization, since this is City Park, it is probably alive trees. Well, hopefully if old Butthead here is better tomorrow, my plan is to we see some dead trees, but they're chopping down. But I also see them chopping down some fully alive trees. Whatever. I give up. The way that the city manages the forest here. Well, I mean, the way anybody around here, like the way the Helena Forest District just completely clear cut. And I talked to the lady in charge of the district when I was doing that CDT adopter training, and the reason why they did it was, like I suspected, for fire mitigation. But I was like, I didn't argue with her on it, but there was a Wild Montana guy, which is a nonprofit, and they can't, you know, they rely on their good relationships with all of the forest districts in the state. So they can't necessarily like badmouth anything. Oh, yeah, like almost 100% of the trees that we chopping down are all fully alive. But I had a very candid conversation with him, and it's like, you know, because the ranger districts let him know that they were get ready to do this or whatever, because it impacts one of the big trails, especially the CDT. And it's like, of all the places you did that, like, why there in that 1.5-mile section? You could have done it anywhere else, even in that section. If you're only going to do 1.5 miles, me, I'm like, 1.5 miles doesn't do jack shit. Like, you know, if that's what you're looking at doing fire mitigation for. To include, like, one of the areas that they did, which was a good 1/2 mile section, is right next to an open field. So it's not like you're even creating a fire break. There was already an existing fire break. Zero sense. But it's like, you could have done it anywhere other than along the only trail up there. So now the trail is unusable. Like, I found out it's actually closed on the website. When I ran up there, I did not know it was closed because there's no signs that said it was closed. But it was. Like, there was a thing on that saying it was closed and that there was an alternate route to go around there. And it's like, that would not work out if, say, I was trying to set the FKT. You got to do red line. You can't alternate the thing, because then it's not a true FKT. That's the same thing back down on the Arizona Trail. People setting FKTs on there, while the northern section, because of the actual, like, burn from a year before, was closed. But people were still doing that section of the trail because otherwise it negates the FKT. And then back in here, it actually smells like a freaking forest fire up here somewhere. I'm guessing it's probably somebody with a wood stove in one of these houses. Why is this guy parked right here? This is somebody's driveway. And that's where you decide to park? Just gotta love people and their lack of consideration for anybody. The guy's like, oh, I can fit there. Just park in this guy's driveway. They can still get around. How would you feel if I parked in your driveway? And I'm like, oh, you can still get around. You can still get in and out of your garage. It's fine. And this is the actual parking area right here. Like, they have tons of parking right here. They have more up here where all these other people are parked at. But that guy decides, I'm going to park over there. Freaking idiots. But there's still probably 4 spots over there by the gate even. Hi, sweet girl. Hi. What are you wanting to do? You're looking at me. Yeah. Oh, you want to hit the trails, I can guarantee it. Do you want to just take the road back? I don't want you to do too much. She really wants to hit the trails, I think is what she's trying to tell me. It's not that she wants to quit. She just wanted to hit the trails. left hip is so freaking, it's not even my hip, it's the whole back side of my chain. So Achilles, calf muscle, hamstring, glute, back, everything. The side is so tight that it feels like a pinched nerve almost. And I can feel it on this downhill. And I just did another 10-step running fart. Sounds like a duck behind me. That's what it sounds like. I did have pizza yesterday just because I was jonesing for something not healthy. Which it wasn't like horrible. It wasn't like the unhealthiest option. But it did have pepperoni on it with lots of veggies. Like I really wanted the veggies, but then I was like, pepperoni sounds good too. And pepperoni is what gave me the gas. But in the middle of the night I woke up and she was feeling extra cuddly all night. And I rolled over on my side, and so she decided to spoon me. So I was the big spoon, she was the big spoon, I was the little spoon. But her face happened to be like opposite, so she was like, her face was right at my butt. I farted. It was so loud and so long. It almost sounded like that fake fart that on the meme about people farting to see like their dogs or kids' reactions or whatever. That's what it sounded like, but it was real. She like lifted her head up and glared at me. And then she got up and she went and laid up at the pillow. But then I woke up a little bit later and she was right back to snuggling with me again. So it must not have phased her out too much. Oh, I need to spend a day up there planning a route that I can load a GPX onto Caltopo, because Caltopo only shows the old, like the only trails it shows are the old like forest roads up there. It doesn't show any of the trails. And it's funny because that's kind of one of the arguments that I've had with other people. There's like not one program that shows everything good. So Onyx shows all the trails up there. If I look at Onyx, All Trails shows the main trails up there. Caltopo doesn't show jack. So I need to take and run the actual trails the route I want, and then load the GPX onto Caltopo, and then take that to the BLM office and be like, hey, I want to do a race on these trails. Is it even going to be like feasible for me to apply for a permit? Which they'll probably be like, well, you can apply. It may not get approved. But, and I really want to, if I'm going to do it, there's a couple places that'll get really close. I think I still can't figure out if there's two big wide open spots that are not BLM, they're white, which means they should be private. Yet, when me and her went up there, the trails go right through there. And there's no signs saying private property, nothing like that. So I need to figure out, and I'm kind of curious if the Prickly Pear Land Trust actually owns that land. So I need to get on the Montana Cadastral and find out. Because if Prickly Pear Land Trust uses that land, then they most likely would approve me to be able to use the trails that go through there. As long as the BLM approves it. But even then, there's another piece of property that is private. It's on the north end. Oh, you need a drink? Go ahead, go ahead. There must be something good snowing. Well, you don't want any more drink? No more drink? You no like the pasta? You no like me pasta? We had that, a waiter said that to my date at the time on a trip in Boston, and we ate at this fancy restaurant, and I don't remember what she ordered, probably like some sort of like linguine something or other. But it wasn't like, you know, Americanized Italian. It was like true Italian, authentic Italian, you know, stuff. And otherwise it would have just been like a chicken fettuccine or something that... What are you smelling over there? It smells something. Was it a squirrel, like army crawl across the gravel, and so you're smelling it? But anyways, like it was a huge portion. Like I got some mussels, something, and it was tasty. And I didn't even eat all mine. And so she ate, you know, a good, you know, probably third of it or whatever. And I said that he came up afterwards, he's like, what, you know like my pasta? And I was like, no, it's actually really good. It's just a huge portion. Hold on. Now we can go after this guy, as long as nobody comes from the other direction. Oh, they're gonna let us go. Okay, come on, let's go. I was gonna, they could have easily gone by. I didn't have the light on. Because of that, like the timing was perfect. Like those two could have gone by and I was fine. You never see that. Oh. I'll never forget, because I splurged. I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to, this is back when I was young and single and I had more money than I knew what to do with. And so I was, you know, showing off a bit. And we went to, cause she had never been to Boston, so I was like, oh, let's go to Boston. And I got us reservations at the Ritz-Carlton, which was like super old Ritz-Carlton, so fancy, everything with marble. Definitely out of my comfort zone necessarily. Like I was so out of place. And it was right on like the Boston Common, you know, which is like the first public park in the US and all this kind of stuff. Cheers. The restaurant was only like 2 blocks away, like fancy place. I guess we're going out to the creek. She decided, but when we went to go to our reservations, and we just asked the concierge, and we were like, hey, we asked him to get us a taxi. He's like, oh, where are you going? And we told him, and such a fancy restaurant. He was like, oh, we're just in the house car. You guys could take the house car. So here we are in a Bentley, and this guy is just, I mean, this is thick traffic. This is like, you know, 6:30, you know, city, middle of Boston traffic, downtown in Boston traffic. And he is just like speeding through traffic, just weaving back and forth on all the different lanes. And it was totally doing like the whole Dumb and Dumber, like looking back at us while he's talking and weaving through, you know, cars crashing all around. So funny. So yeah, we got to talk about flexing. Not only were we staying at a, you know, $600 a night hotel, but then we were riding to our dinner date in a Bentley. Oh. There's definitely some deer around here. I can smell them. Plus I can smell the swampy. Everything is dried up. Like, what was it, 3 weeks ago I was like talking about how I haven't seen Spring Meadow Lake, which is off to our right, which is on the same water table as this little pond right here. But I was like, I haven't seen it this full and this late in the year for a long time. Yeah, after I said that, everything is like completely drying up. And so this little pond over here to our left hardly has any water in it. So it just smells like freaking muddy, swampy nastiness. There's like hardly any water left in there. That's usually all the way up here to the edge of the grass right here. It's just a small little pond. It doesn't have any fish in it, I don't think. I would hope it doesn't have any fish in it, because much of it dries up all the time. Even the creek here is so low. I mean, it's still running good, but it's still pretty freaking low. Over here. She's gonna try and go down on the other side. I can't go down on the other side. There's been other doggos here. Did you want to go in again or not? Because we're going to head back. Are y'all good? Because we're going to head back. Just like, hold on, I got to get my harness all muddy by scratching it with my wet feet that now have dirt on it. Okay. You got a drink. The colors here are looking so cool though. Wow, look at it. It doesn't do it justice on your guys' camera though. What does that sign say? Here, I just want to go check out the sign. Sensitive area, biocontrol release site in coordination with Lewis and Clark Noxious Weed District. Oh, yeah, there is a lot of, no, come on, get out of there. What do you call it? Saproot, it looks like, whatever it's called. I can definitely see something there. So that's probably what they're trying to get rid of. Okay, fine. We're going back. Look at this face. She's like, no, we're not. Of course, as soon as I come over there with the camera, then she changes her face. Yeah. We're going. We're going back. Come on. So this is, I was talking about Prickly Pear Land Trust, and this is Prickly Pear here. So that's why I'm wondering if they own that portion up there too. No, come on. You had your chance. Let's go. Come on. Of course, she's going to go around circles. She is fighting me every single step now. She's like, I don't want to go back. I get it. Trails and out in the woods is your jam. I get it. But the fact of the matter is, you can't do it. Now she's taking it out on the leash. Old butthead. Yeah, another week of healing, and then I will feel safe about us going out on the trails. As it is right now, you got to stay attached to me on the leash. Yeah, she is full on just taking it out on the leash right now, since I wouldn't let her do what she wanted to do. She's like, this thing's holding me back. Well, that's where the deer is. All of a sudden she was like looking at something behind us. It was the deer that I smelled as we were going the other direction. Yeah, there's deer back there. That is true. She's like, come on, let's go get them. Me and you, we can take them. Huh. She's like, we can take them. No, we can't. Good. Ah, jeez. She is in the obstinate phase now, so every clump of grass that a dog peed on, every whatever, now she's gonna be like stopping to have to sniff everything. I didn't have any takers on my 30-mile run, so I'm just gonna have to probably call today, see if I can get her in next week, do it myself. I hate to do it myself. This time of year, by yourself, in grizzly country, when every bear, black and grizzlies, are out trying to fatten up their last little morsels, is not the time when you want to run by yourself out in the Bob Marshall. Now granted, most of the trail I be on has a lot of traffic. I'll spend 10 miles on the CDT and then leave the CDT to climb to the top of Prairie Reef Lookout. It's a fire lookout up there. So it's not like I wouldn't have to worry too much, but still, being by myself is kind of scary this time of year. Like early spring is scary because they're angry, because they're hungry. And then this time of year, most of the time it's not a huge deal because there's enough food and whatever that most of them are okay. But I think like I know for a fact the huckleberries this year had was it like a late season frost or something like that? Pretty much decimated all the huckleberries. So that is a huge food source for them up in the Bob Marshall. So who knows if how angry the bears will be. I gotta blow my nose out. Hold on, sweet girl. I gotta blow my nose out. There we go. Gross. Hey, you sicko. You are so nasty. You're nasty. Don't look at me like that. She waited for me to walk away and then pounced on my big glob of snot and started to lick it up. She's never done that before. That was so gross. Gosh dang, that was nasty. And you kissed me with that mouth. And here lately, her big thing is trying to French kiss me. It's like if my mouth is open, she's like trying to stick her tongue in it. Like a baby bird, thinking I have lots of food in there or something. Like, you sicko. So nasty. Is my chat even working? I think it is. Hold on. I'm gonna do something here. We're gonna try and reconnect. Must be working. What are you doing? It's just I've had so many people on watching, and nobody has chatted since we started, which is very unusual. Okay, chats are working. Whatever. Nobody wants to talk to me today. You know, if you don't talk to me, you have to listen to me just blab about everything. Or I could just shut up and you guys could listen to the sounds. That's hard for me to do, though. This is the only time I ever get to talk to anybody. Oh, yeah, both chats are working. It always takes a few seconds more for the YouTube chat to pop up. Burpy burp. I swear she thinks that horses are big dogs. She sees horses and she's like, let's go play. Make sure nobody's coming behind us since she likes to hog the whole sidewalk. It looks like they laid the pavement on down here, but then they almost, it looks like they like tried to like chip seal it or whatever as well. All right, come on. I knew that guy wasn't gonna stop. It's like, even though there's a big sign that says stop, it doesn't say stop when the lights are flashing. It says stop for pedestrians. But a lot of people just think that, well, if the lights are flashing, I don't need to stop. When in reality, the lights are more there for when it's darker out and lower visibility. This trailer here on our right used to be all busted out. They painted it, but it used to be all, like, every window was busted out. There was like cardboard in a lot of them. I mean, it looked like a full-on homeless meth house. Since then, they've put new windows in and repainted it, so somebody bought it to live there. Can't imagine how nasty it was on the inside, because with all the windows busted out and everything, the weather, bugs, critters, everything is probably in there. I wonder what playground equipment used to be right here. Oh, I think it was one of those merry-go-round things. I think that's what it was. See if our doggos, if they just tie up to a post out back of their garage out here. See if they're here. Probably not. This is the time of year now that pretty much all of your snowbirds start heading south. Even though the weather hasn't been too bad here, we still usually have like either almost like a timeshare for a certain period of time down there, just so they have a spot to, park their big ass RVs or whatever. Because usually this time of year, it's unpredictable, let's put it that way. It could be 70 degrees, it could be 90 degrees, or it could be minus 20. You never know. Like, shoot, what are we on? This is October 2nd, so in 4 days, way back when I got married, it was October 6th, and the day before, in fact, it was like the night before, and then all through the night was one of the worst snowstorms that we've had in a long time in Montana at that time, even still to this time, especially in October for an October storm. Like, it was horrendous. We couldn't, like, it was a scramble. Like, me and another guy for hours that morning were driving up and down, because it was like a little resort, venue thing back in a canyon. And so me and another guy for hours were just driving up and down the road to try and pack the snow down a little bit so people could get through it. It was like 18 inches of snow or something. And then the parking lot at the venue was just so sloppy. And it started to warm up, so things started to melt. So, can't tell if she's getting ready to pee. And we ran into that the other night or yesterday morning, where all of a sudden she just stopped. I was like, give a guy a sign. And she looked at me like I was. Now she's trying to just freaking haul ass. We're not hauling ass, you dumbass. You can't go fast. You can. Physically, you can. But I don't want you to rip your freaking sutures open. which her tummy looks like it's almost like healed for the most part. It's her insides that I'm not so sure about, being that she keeps having like a few drops of blood after a run like yesterday. And she had a lot of drops of blood the other 2 nights ago when she decided to full send it away from me. Like she got out of the van and was like, yes, I'm free. Bye, Felicia. And she's like, just took off, sprinted around everywhere. I was like, stop. Like yelling at her, get her to stop. This is one of those areas where we usually our watch will be like, you're running an 18-minute mile. It really says we're running a 10-minute. So I think that's a lot of these power lines. Screw the signal up. I think maybe I gotta look at my schedule. I was just thinking that maybe this weekend we'll go Missouri River Canyon, and I'll try and take down that segment from Adam Peterman. But I also need to figure out I need to figure out if I'm going to do the Bob Marshall thing. And then I need to figure out when I'm going to do the FKT up in the Judith Mountains. And what I should do is I can maybe book like 3 days, 2 nights of a stay for her. And then I could go, like, drop her off, run over to the Judith, because that's about a 4-hour drive. But maybe it'd be nice to get there and then knock that out, and then drive over to the Bob's, stay the night, knock that out the next day, because I don't think I'd be back in time to pick her up. If I left early enough, I guess I could. It's definitely possible. Get over here. Out of the way. Morning. Oh, jeez. Now she's in her. I'm either full sending it or stopping mode. That's probably not good water. It looks like it had some film on it. She's like, yeah, that didn't taste good. Here's the lady with the 2 corgis. Looks like she can barely hold on to them. They're pulling her down into the ditch. Is this pickleball? Yep, it is pickleball. Pickleball players are out again. I mean, it's the middle of the week, you know, it's all old people. All old people. How you doing? you tried to say hi to him yesterday. And she forgot that. Maybe she just thinks that she can win him over. Because yesterday they did that. And then she darn near took me out at the ankles. So today she tried to go over there again. And of course they barked at her and she was like, oh shit. Like, she still doesn't understand though that some doggos just don't want to say hi. Sorry, because I need to do laundry. I probably don't need to do laundry if I just pulled all my stuff out of the van. So I'm wearing my old race kit for shorts anyways. So it's like, people probably look at it like, well, where's he racing? They're quite comfortable actually. But I'm never gonna like wear them to actually race anymore because I'm not with that race team anymore. So it's like, might as well just use them. As long as I don't wear them together. Well, the singlet I won't wear again because the singlets were like super nice anyways. Like, they're nice, but I don't know, they just don't work for me. Let's put it that way. So, what are you doing? You're so weird. No, hey, drop that. You little stupid blackhead. She obviously didn't want it either. It was a big piece of poop from what I would perceive to be another dog, but who knows? Could be anything out here. She picked it up and then I yelled at her and she dropped it right away. So it's like, obviously you didn't want it. You just picked it up to pick it up, you butthead. Well, we never did play the guess how far my watch is gonna say at the end. And we can't do it now because I have no idea what the rough mileage is left from here. I always know from that one spot, but I don't know, since we went down to the creek, I don't know what we would have been at that one spot roughly. Okay, stay off the road. She sees another dog, which makes it even worse. She just wants to run across the road. Okay, come on, now we can go. She's like, you don't let us cross other than the crosswalk. What are you doing? Because the timing is right now. They're vibrating the air out of the castings. I mean, I want you to go say hi to her. I want to go say hi to her. I love a girl with tattoos. What are you doing? Gosh dang. She can't just run straight down the down the sidewalk. She keeps pulling me sideways on one side and then pulling me sideways the other direction. It's like, just go straight. How hard is that? And then she stops because the thing keeps it like itching her, the harness, because she's pulling it to the side. I thought for sure you dropped it. Now I just saw her swallow. She picked up a fucking Kleenex at somebody, nasty snot rag, and ate it. Because normally she just like picks them up, like flicks them around in her, you know, like a toy, and then drops them. I saw her pick it up. I saw her flick it around, but then I didn't see her like carrying it or chewing on anything. But then all of a sudden I just saw her like swallow something, and then I looked back and it wasn't anywhere to be seen. Freaking weirdo. Oh, I forgot I was actually gonna go. I was just gonna go down the sidewalk at the college, but we're committed to this far now. That Kleenex is gonna come out in her poop later on today. That'll be nice. Morning. I don't think that guy wants to give you a ride. She was looking at him like, oh, hey sir, can I jump up on there and you push me around? Oh. It's bad that all I can think about right now is getting back to play some TCG simulator. I'm so addicted to that game. Why is it so much fun? I don't get it. Like, even, cause I got it cause I was watching one of my favorite streamers that plays that kind of game. He was playing it, and then so I got it and I played it a little bit, and then funny enough, like in the morning I watched Dakota, who's a Fortnite player, and he all of a sudden was like talking about how he got that game and another game that I want to get. It's just too much money for me. And he was gonna give it a go like 2 days ago. And he's the same way, he's addicted to it now. So now he ends his Fortnite playing early so he can play some of that game every day. So funny. This is a Fortnite, like, he never plays games like that. Like, he's never ever played a game like that. And he said he got it because he was watching somebody that came up on his YouTube algorithm that was playing that game, and he was like, that game looks like a lot of fun. And then I think it's because it's like the inner nerd in all of us wants to own like a, you know, a card shop. And it's like a spin-off of like come on. They call it like Tetramon cars or something. So it's a spin-off of like Pokemon cards. But Wolf Pal is smelling rather pungent today. Oh yeah, we're gonna share the road. Yeah. We're we're just cutting straight across anyways. Now we're gonna spin around. That's what we gotta do, spin around. I'd love to own my own like comic book store slash gaming card shop, you know, type of thing. It'd be so cool. Like, I was always jealous of what's his name in Big Bang Theory, because he had his little comic book shop. It's like, oh, that'd be the life. That'd be so cool. And there is like I think it's technically a hobby store here in town called White Knight that I know they have a lot of those kind of cards and stuff. I don't know if they have comic books though, but I do know they have like gaming and like model rocket type stuff, you know, all that kind of stuff. I know they have like Warhammer figurines and Magic the Gathering cards, and I'm guessing they probably have like Pokemon and stuff like that too. Oh. Well, the good news is I'm actually doing a lot better for, what are you doing? For like my legs feel a lot better. She looked like she was getting ready to poop or pee or something. So I started to stop. So now the girl behind me is like, what the hell was that guy just doing? It was kind of like a little shuffle step. And that girl was actually fairly attractive. I thought she was some old lady until there it is. I think she was getting ready to pee. Okay, you ready? She's actually fairly attractive. Like I said, I thought it was just some old lady from behind. Nope. She was probably a college kid, if I had to guess. Come over here. The little science center here. I guess that's where those little kids are going. They have like a really good robotics little competitive team here that you can be part of. It's like really cool. They actually usually go to nationals even. People again from yesterday. You can see the exact same people. What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm gonna spin around because only when it's convenient for her does she actually go around the left hand side of me. we gotta spin around again. Doing the Madalena Floria pirouette, which is a trend I'd love to see continue on. Like she's known for it, and I see that there's a group of people that are trying to start the trend. If I remember, I'll try and do it at well, I won't be able to do it the 24-hour race because there is no finish line. But and nobody will be taking my picture at UTCT. So I don't know when the next race will be that I would do that. Maybe a jackpot, because that'll be televised, so I can do it there. I think UTCT is televised, but only depends on how well I do, if they'll still be, because I think they only do through like the top 10 females probably. Well, if you wanted a drink, you should have got one back there. Just trying to lick the water off the concrete. Which, in a perfect scenario, I will be top 10. If I could finish top 10, man, that would just make my year. That would be the pivotal accomplishment of my entire running career. There's some water over there, but I'd feel weird doing that. They probably wouldn't mind. What are you doing? What is this? Hey, come here. Let's go get some water. There's some water over here. Over here. No, not up there. There's no water up there. Come on. Hey, I'm trying to get you some water, you fool. Now she sees it. Okay, let's go. I don't want you to drink too much and throw up, because we still got about half a mile to go. Actually, a little more than half a mile, probably. Yeah. I don't want you to throw up. Are you smelling everything? Are you smelling everything? And all of a sudden, there's just tons of traffic. It's like, what the heck? Okay, come on. Would have known just trying to cross the street would be so difficult. On this street, it's not like it's one of the big streets with a lot of traffic on it. For whatever reason, at that moment, it sure was. Now there's like zero traffic on it again. There you go, good girl. I'll see how many of these store fronts she tries to go into every time we run down this half a block. Like every door, she's like, oh, let's go in there. Oh, let's go in there. And they're not even open. It's just, she tries to stop and go in. So far, nobody. That's a first. Huh. She didn't care to try and go in any door today. Now this street, there will be some open doors that she will try and go into. Like the coffee shop here. She didn't care to go in there either. Well, she just must be focused on getting home. Totally focused on just getting home. This guy has tons of dogs, so we're just gonna slow down. Yep. Because they're being very good. You do not need to influence them. Yeah, you don't need to influence them. Because you're a butthead. Are you coming? Or are we just ditching each other? Huh? Okay. All right, go. Okay, let's go. Don't be a bad influence. Who you are. Did fairly well there. That is one thing that she does tend to feed off of other dogs that are being well behaved. She sees them acting appropriately, and it kind of rubs off on her in the moment. Like as soon as we're gone, she doesn't care. But okay, hold on. Gotta wait. Okay. I don't know where you're going. Blocked off, you can't go anywhere. Oh, the parrot's open. Thought about working there. One, there's always very attractive women that work there. Surprisingly, you'd think that it's a chocolate store, everybody would be overweight from eating all the chocolate and candy. But they're very attractive. Of course, I want to work there. Oh, you got wrapped around your tail. Okay, 7.3 miles, that's what we ended up with. Okay, well that's gonna be it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on today's run. And I will see you guys probably tomorrow, we'll see. But bye everyone, love y'all, and I'll see you guys next time.